Hey guys, what is up and welcome to a quick new League of Legends video, or I guess relatively quick now. In this video, I want to quickly go over a post that Medler, I guess, posted about 24 hours ago, right? Now, there's a bunch of really interesting information, some of which I think is even more interesting than others. So I'll go over all this stuff in just a bit, very quickly, but the main thing I want to focus on, obviously based on the title, is this kind of short post right here, but I feel like it has a lot of information. So he says, no new champion in 7.13, right? So then he says, we're getting closer to a new champion, but for those wondering, seeing a bit of speculation, no, there won't be a new champion dropping onto the PvE in 7.13 today. 7.13, of course, being the new PvE patch that just deployed yesterday, I believe it was, or later in the cycle. So pretty much in 7.3 in general, there will not be a new champion, right? Okay, fine. So it's not gonna happen there. But the fact that he even made a little bit of a post like this, obviously, you know, seeing a bit of speculation, I'm assuming he's referring to the, you know, the leak that happened about a couple weeks ago or something like that. That I also made a video about, talking about it here. You guys, I'm sure, have seen that video. Right, next champion will be in 7.12, blah, 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 blah. Nayuta, you know, like a hybrid assassin. Now, I've seen other posts, and I've had other people actually email me, pretty much trying to give me this leak. Not this one specifically, but leaking stuff, saying that the next champion is going to be a hybrid assassin. So I still believe that that's true. Riot could have maybe delayed it. Maybe they just decided to delay. Maybe they had other issues or something that just happened to delay this assassin or this new champion from coming out or whatever. But the fact that he made this post, obviously, I believe is referring to this. But he does say we're getting closer to a new champion. So at this, the way it's posted, the way it's worded and everything, I'm literally like 99% sure that the next champion will be coming out in patch 7.14, which is just under 2 weeks. On the PvE, of course, just under 2 weeks from today, right? So that means in about 2 weeks from, just under 2 weeks from today, we'll have the champion on the PvE, the Tuesday. Usually it's a Tuesday. Following that, there also are most likely going to be teasers being posted of the new champion in about a week and a half, I would say. I would say next weekend, if I had to just completely guess, right? So that's what I'm thinking, right? I'm almost positive. Like, I'm like 99% sure that the new champion, which I'm hoping is a hybrid assassin, is coming out in the next PvE patch, being 7.14. Again, just under 2 weeks. So look forward to that, because that's pretty damn exciting. Now, there's something else that I want to quickly say. He also talks about the new champion a little bit down here. Let me just go ahead and quickly find that post. It's somewhere down here. I believe it's this one here, yes. He talks about the new champion. He asks if Daniel Z or Z Klein is designing the champion. He says, you know, there's a large team, whatever, but Daniel, known as Zenon the Stoic, Stoic, is the game designer on that team, though. So who is this guy? You might be wondering, who is this Zenon the Stoic? Well, he's this guy right here, right? He's the one that designed champions like Tom, Azir, Lucian, very good champion, very successful, Talia, Zerath, you know. Azir and Talia, of course, being the Shreeman champions that are arguably, you know, quite unique, very interesting champions, very fun, very strong, very difficult to play, very hard to master. So, I mean, this guy clearly, you know, he's got some decent champions in his repertoire, or whatever you want to call it. So he's, you know, he does have a name for himself already, which is good. And there's another thing I want to show you guys here. Now, someone linked me this on Twitter. Now, I'll go ahead and quickly find his name. Someone called Nick Dex or something linked me this on Twitter. Now, he's saying that this is a teaser happening on the live servers or something like that for the new champion. Now, you guys know Riot sometimes likes to give, you know, live teasers. Like with Kindred, they had the mark on top of people that appeared, and a bar, they had like pictures and things all over the walls, right? There's a bunch of stuff like that. They've done it before. And he says that something that happens in this clip right here on Qt's stream apparently is for the new champion. Now, it seems a little bit far-fetched, I will be honest, so take it as you will. Take it with a grain of salt, but check it out.
Need a wise choice.
What the
I don't know,
fuck was that? Okay.
Like, I don't know. I don't know how much I want to believe that. It looks a little bit weird. Like, it doesn't even look like... It doesn't really look like it's legit. I'll be completely honest. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't know. Take that as you will. Is that a teaser for the new champion? Is it not? I don't know. Maybe some troll shit. I actually have generally no idea. It could be. It could be not. I don't know. But that's pretty much regarding the new champion, right? That I want to talk about. That I'm almost positive it'll be coming out in 7.14 in just under 2 weeks. Now, there's a bunch of other cool information like supporting starting items. We've been looking at the starting support items, and now that they've been out for a while, the conclusion is that that coin is underperforming. So essentially, they're buffing up coin, I believe. To make it a bit better and more like, you know, I guess viable, if you want to call it like that. Shaco and Trundle, there's some stuff happening that I'll talk about later in another video once I talk about the PvE stuff. And another thing I want to quickly talk about is assassin items. So essentially they're trying to, I guess, this is kind of rework the assassin items, I guess you can say, right? They're trying to make them a bit more interesting. We're looking at some of the assassin items as well at present that aren't quite hitting the mark. So Ghost are to get a bit more choice into assassin itemization, for example, making Dustblade a decent first item, changing access to CDR/impact of Black Cleaver, making out of combat move speed something you choose to itemize rather than just getting it, like on Yomu's Dustblade and Edge of Night that just happen to have it, but you don't really get it for that purpose. And he said it's going to start coming out to PvE pretty soon, so expect to see some assassin changes to coming to the items and stuff like that, which may bring the assassins back into the meta. Maybe things like Jin, Misfortune, Varus back into the meta, so watch out for that. And on top of that, there's also a new system, or a new like ping, worded ping. It's on its way, he said. You know, who knows when it'll be out, maybe a patch or two. But the worded ping is essentially going to be, you know, like the current pings that we have, the 4 pings, you know, on my way, be safe, or enemy missing. Another one that's going to be worded ping, where that, you know, you just put it down on somewhere and it just lets the team know that that area is worded, right? Because there's no way to just let them know it's worded right now without typing it, which is kind of annoying. And maybe if they put the worded ping properly, maybe it'll actually have like a little timer. So when you use it there, it'll actually have a timer there. So it'll like literally time exactly for when the word will run out based on, you know, the type of word that was placed or something. That'd be pretty cool. But this is apparently like a pretty popular requested sort of thing. So once that comes out, that'll be really useful and really handy. And the ping system is pretty damn good at the moment. So this will be a very good addition. But either way, guys, that's about it for this video. There you have it, a bunch of cool information. I have to say, pretty much confirming in my opinion that the new champion will be coming out in 7.14, because, you know, we're getting closer. 2 weeks is a long time still in my opinion, so close. That's, I mean, it's been a while since the last champion stuff came out, which are Xayah and Rakan. So I feel like it's definitely time for a new champion. And yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, boom, hit it with that like button. Let me know what you think about the stuff that I talked about, the information. Let me know if you think the new champion will be coming out in the next patch, which I believe, I'm like 99% sure it will be. And let me know what you think about this little weird thing that we saw here. I don't even know what it is. I'll link it down below. You guys can check it out for yourself. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace, peace, peace.